What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about prismatic evolutions and just talking about it in terms of investments, what you should be buying right now. And we'll get all into that here in a second. I did want to start this video off kind of on a little bit of a rant and a tangent. So this morning, I watched Pastor TCG's video. Shout out to TJ. The thing I love about TJ is he speaks his mind and he does it in a very mature way, right? Like way more mature than I am. He was making a response video to Opossum Bud, who made a video talking about how paying 70% for Pokemon collections is just basically insane. People should be paying like 85%. I'm pretty sure he does say, like quoted, 85% makes sense to me. He says 80% a couple times, like he's kind of flip-flopping a little. And in TJ's response video, he's basically just saying that, hey, paying 70% for a collection's actually like a fair price. Once you break it down, you do all the work, etc., you're not actually making a ton of money. And I actually agree with that wholeheartedly. Like, it makes sense. The people that say paying 70% is basically criminal and you should be paying more, those are the people that have never actually purchased a large collection before and had to go through the process of sorting it all, taking photos for listings, actually listing every item, communicating with buyers that have questions about certain items for sale, shipping items out afterwards. And then also on top of all that, you're sourcing new deals, you're communicating and, basically negotiating with new potential clients that you can buy their collections. And on top of all that, right, you're taking risk when you go in public to meet people because you never know what can happen. You're taking risk about, some cards or products being fake because a lot of the time, if you're buying a large enough collection, you're probably not going to have time to go through every single thing when you're just, looking it all over. You'll probably make sure everything's there, but maybe something is more damaged and you just don't see it or whatever. You just don't have the time to meticulously look at everything. And you're also taking on the potential risk of return scams or credit card chargeback scams. And that does happen when you're selling online platforms. It doesn't happen super often. eBay is also really great at protecting you. I don't know about TCG Player. I've never sold on TCG Player, so I can't speak to that, but I'm sure they have decent seller protections in place as well. But my issue is that Opossum Bud, I do like some of his content, right? I like watching some of it. He does say some things that are entertaining. I understand the appeal, but him and then also Kira, I just wanted to bring this up because about 5 months ago, I didn't make a video when this happened, but she made a video talking about Phoenix Resale. And I'm not the largest fan of Caleb either, but around this 4-minute mark in the video, she just goes off about Caleb basically haggling with a store owner, who, by the way, is someone who is friends with Caleb. They've done tons of business with before. She's basically getting upset that they're haggling over a couple dollars for video games. And in both of their videos, Kira's video about Phoenix Resale and then also just Opossum Bud's video about vendors in general, neither of them go in depth about the costs that vendors incur, not just their time, but also fees, etc., like buying shipping boxes and everything like that, shipping labels, etc. Like, there's so many things that go into selling that make it so you're not actually making a 30% margin, because a lot of people like Opossum Bud, like Kira, the people that watch their channels, they just see the numbers and they don't actually go more in depth because the creators don't either, right? People kind of just glaze over what they say in their videos and just nod their head and agree without actually giving it any sort of critical thought. So you're not actually making 30%, right? Like, it is very difficult to make a living vending. And people who haven't done that before, I would really recommend, if you're of the opinion that this is super easy, these people are making tons of money, go out and do it. Try it. Like, there's a reason why not everyone does this sort of thing, buying out collections and then breaking things down and flipping the singles. Like, it is a lot of work. And my bigger issue, right, the ultimate issue I have with this is that these are both creators, okay, that say that everyone else in the hobby, like the investor bros, etc., are out of touch, right? We don't know what's going on. But at the same time, they're here making videos about an aspect of the hobby that they know absolutely jack all about. They're out here just flapping their gums, saying absolutely goofy things to anyone who knows the economics. We know it's just absolute bullshit. So that is my ultimate issue, right? If you're gonna call people out for saying that they're out of touch with the hobby, but then you do the exact same thing when it comes to another aspect of the hobby, you're apparently no better than anyone else. So that's just rant over. And I know some people might say, well, hey, you can pay 70%, you're more than 70% rather, on certain items. Like if something's very expensive, you should definitely be paying 85%. And I agree, like if it's a very top tier item that's worth like, I don't know, $5,000, $10,000, it's a very high end PSA 10 slab, of course you can pay higher. But if you're just buying like a general collection where a lot of things are somewhere in like the $50 to $150, $200 range, maybe there's some items up to $1,000, you can't be paying those prices, right? You will not make any money and you will be spending hours doing all the work for basically the original seller. You'll be paying them out way too much. You don't value your time, etc. So the people that have this perspective, I really do recommend that you go buy out a very large collection, pay 80%, do all the work, and then you will realize that it's absolutely not worth your time. So rant over, moving on, Prismatic Evolutions, guys. This is what you want to be buying right now, okay? Over the past couple weeks, I've been spending a lot of time looking at the secondary market when it comes to sealed product across multiple eras. Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet. I'm now even looking at megas like the booster box, etc. But the only thing that really makes sense to me at current prices is Prismatic. And you don't have to go for the regular ETBs, even though these are up to around $135 now, with recent sales, by the way, pushing around $145 from today. You could go for the SPCs. I mean, these are up to $320, so they're getting a little bit more expensive, but I don't really know where the limit is on these in terms of like a ceiling. We've seen the 151 UPC get up to almost $700. Celebrations is pushing $800 at this point. I would argue that the EV promo you get in the SPC is on par with the 151 promo cards. I know some people probably like Mew and Mewtwo more than Eevee, and maybe the artwork's better, but I think they're fairly close. And then in terms of the quality of the set, Prismatic is better than or equal to 151 in my opinion. Some people might put 151 higher, but there's just so much value you can get out of Prismatic. So if you want to go for the SPCs, I think that's a great option as well. But there are some other things that people are forgetting, and one of those is PCTPs. Now you can buy the loose one still for around $400 USD. And I was curious too how much the cases were going for, because if you guys haven't been around a long time, up until Prismatic Evolutions pre-orders came out in I think November of 2024, you could get cases of the PCTPs no problem, right? Like it wasn't a race. You could log on a day or two, maybe even a week after pre-orders went out for a certain set, sometimes even after release. You could still buy the Pokemon Center ETBs. You could grab 4 of them, get a sealed case. But with Prismatic Evolutions, when pre-orders dropped, you had about 2 hours, I think, to order the 4 ETBs before they limited it to 2. Unfortunately, I slept in that day. I was only able to get 2, but I know some people that did end up getting cases of the PCTBs, and this is really the last set up to this point that you could get the PCTB sealed case for. So I think in the future, these are going to have a very large premium on them, and I don't think a lot of people have paid attention to this because on TCG Player, it says about $1,800 for a case, which doesn't make a lot of sense in my opinion, considering that the loose PCTBs are going for like $400 and recent sales are probably closer to $430. But if you come in here and look at recent sales, we have PCTB cases going for almost $3,000 a recent sale. That was September 30th, so about a week ago at this point. Before that, we had one at $2,750, $2,250, $2,150. And I'm not sure exactly where I would value these, but I think if you could find a PCTB case for around $1,800, $2,000 right now, that's probably going to be a solid investment over the next few years. And again, the play with this here is one, Prismatic is an unbelievable set. PCTBs have been outperforming booster boxes over the past couple of years, so they're probably going to continue to do that, especially compared to regular ETBs. And then also on top of that, there just isn't as many sealed Prismatic Evolutions PCTB cases out there compared to other sets. I think this is a very great play. Obviously, you do have to have a little bit more money available to make this sort of move compared to something like regular ETBs. So if you only have a few $100s, I think going for the regular ETBs is a great choice. Maybe if you have a little bit more money than that, you could splurge on an SPC or just a loose PC ETB. Now, the final item I wanted to talk about is the sealed booster bundle display, because these are going for an insane premium over the loose model. You can see here, TCG Player, you're around $1,300, but recent sales, you're actually closer to $1,500, fairly consistently 14.75 all day, every day. And when we go look at loose bundles, they're going for about $60. So 60 times 10, that gives you around 600 bucks, which means that these bundle displays are going for almost 2.5x the loose value of a Prismatic Evolutions booster bundle. Again, I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that after Prismatic was released, a lot of stores started implementing limits of like 4 or 6 or 2 or 1. So there aren't as many sealed displays out there as there were for previous sets like Palday and Fates, 151, etc. And I know a lot of you guys don't care for my opinion on individual cards, and that's absolutely fine. I'm not saying I'm an expert on this either, but when I look at Prismatic Evolutions, it made sense to me that the Umbreon EX ran back up, the Sylveon, sure, the Roaring Moon against Shinji Kanda, the artwork's great, it makes sense. I still think that the Espeon, the Vaporeon, the Glaceon, Flareon, Jolteon, some of these cards probably still have room to run. And especially the Espeon, I mean, when this was around $200, I was saying that that was probably going to be one of the top cards to move. It hasn't moved as much as I thought it would. It's still around 235 bucks, which again, that's like a pretty decent move from 200, almost 20% gain. But I kind of figured that that card and the Leafeon EX would be a lot closer to the Sylveon EX than it currently is. But maybe that is just my bias showing. Either way, that's really all I wanted to say in this video. Out of everything on the market right now, the only real thing that I'm buying is Prismatic Evolutions. And I'm not just buying regular ETBs. I am buying the sealed cases when I get the chance. I actually have a hookup here in Canada. Shout out to Cardboard Hero. They always treat me well. They give me a decent price on everything. Anthony and the guys over there are super easy to deal with. So I'm grateful that I have a solid connection that gives me a good price on sealed cases. But either way, at the end of the day, whatever you are buying over the next few years, I'm sure that this is going to pay off for basically everyone. I mean, it's going to be very hard to lose money on Prismatic if you have a long enough term outlook. That's just my opinion. If you guys disagree, let me know in the comments down below. If you got some value out of this content, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. It helps out a ton. Again, leave a comment down below for the algorithm. With all that said, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Stay safe wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you in the next one.